Okay, so now we're on. Great, and most welcome to both of you. I will do a short introduction. We have this special guest from the United States, James Twymans. Welcome.
Hello, great to be here.
Yeah, great to see you. And Peter Elmberg from Mundekulla.
Yeah.
Most welcome. And my name is Jai, and I work here in Sweden in my company with my wife, and we have a company called Love It. And we're going to talk about something very exciting. James Twyman, I'm going to do a short, just a brief introduction, what you have done and who you are. You're from the United States, and I think for most people in Sweden or in northern countries, you're known for a book called, I show it, The Morse Code. And I know you have written a lot of other books, and you have written music to the 12 Peace Prayers. You're the founder of the I Am Institute. But I know you prefer to call yourself a peace troubadour. So you're giving us the honor to come to Sweden very, very, very soon, the 2nd of August, and for a week or more. So tell us about that. Why are you coming to Sweden?
I don't know, other than I love Sweden and the Swedish people, and I love sharing this message, especially through music. And I was thrilled when both you and Peter suggested that we begin this celebration through Sweden with music and concerts in Malmö and Gothenburg and Stockholm, where we're going to be going, sharing evening concerts. Peter, of course, is very well known for having put the Peace Prayers to music as well. So he and I are going to be sharing that. Something else that I'm really excited about that I'll be sharing some in Sweden is I have written a musical which is based on the life of St. Francis of Assisi. Now, I know that maybe Swedish people are not as familiar with St. Francis as, say, Italians are, but St. Francis, I think, is one of the most important mystical characters of the last 1,000 years. He lived 800 years ago in Italy, and he was really, in many ways, the beginning of a great renaissance in Europe and in the world. And I believe that he's important today because we find ourselves in a very similar sort of dark age and needing a new renaissance. And that comes when people like you, me, and all of us, just as St. Francis did 800 years ago, when we say, yes, we take this seriously, we are going to live this, not just talk about it. And so I put together this one-man musical, which is going to be performed on Broadway in New York next year. In fact, what I'm going to be doing is traveling across the United States next year as St. Francis would have, which is to be penniless, without any support, not knowing where I'm sleeping or eating day by day, but traveling across the country on my way to New York, sharing this musical, sharing this music and the story of St. Francis, just as I'm going to do in Sweden. So I'm very excited before I go to Broadway to share this, at least some of it there in Sweden. And not only in Malmö and Gothenburg,
yeah,
and Stockholm, but also at the festival, which Peter will be talking about. And as you will share, we're going to be doing a workshop after the festival where we get to go really deep. We get to really explore this and allow it to completely transform us. So I'm excited because this is such an important time in the world. I mean, I'm sure Sweden is the same as it is in my country, where we look around and say, what in the world is going on? Exactly. And what can I do to bring sanity back? And what we can do is what you do in your company, which is to love it all.
Yeah.
And to share that love in every situation.
So
that's why I'm excited to come to Sweden. And I'm just looking so forward to meeting many of you.
Wow, how cool. We're so excited to have you here, and I'm sure the Swedish audience will love you. So, about the festival, Peter, tell us about the festival, the Mundekulla Festival.
Yeah, the festival's coming up on from the 7th to the 11th of August. And I also want to say something about the pre-tour that we do in Malmö, Gothenburg, Stockholm,
yes,
2nd, 3rd, and 4th of August, because we will another great artist called Diane Patterson will join us for the whole show. She sings her revolutionary songs, also a woman from America. And we have some other featuring artists like Elvin Taylor's Swedish Sami woman joins for Gothenburg, and John Eric in Malmö, and so on. So that's going to be beautiful shows, those three. But then we all enter the music festival, Mundekulla Festival, which takes place for the 21st year in Mundekulla.
Wow.
And usually a gathering of like 300 people coming together in music, creativity, workshops, inspiring lectures, and for the 5 days. And also children activities. And it's going to be wonderful to have James there as well to share his songs and message and all his inspiration with us. And after that, we will do the spiritual peacemaking workshops. That starts pretty much when the festival ends on the Sunday night, 11th to the 13th of August. And maybe you want to add some information to that, Jai.
Oh, I can add some shortly, because it's going to be a beautiful days together. We're going to be the light. We're going to bring the light. We're going to extend it and go deep, as James telling us from the beginning. And we're going to, of course, talk about who we really are and all the greatness in us, and bring that forward. And we're not going to focus on the shadows. We're going to focus on the light. And being a spiritual peacemaker I'm always thinking about like Gandhi or somebody like that, or maybe St. Francis or Jesus or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, being that peacemaker, bring that peace from the inner peace, because we all have that peace inside. Sometimes it's hard to find, but we're going to bring that up on that workshop. I promise you that. So yeah, absolutely. So I think we're going to have great days together.
It's going to be an amazing couple of weeks in Sweden, and so much music, so much inspiration. We just invite all of you to come and join us, because this is a light that is meant to be shared. It is a message that is meant to be spread. And as we become that message, as Jai said, it takes over. It spreads from Sweden through Europe, through the whole world. And so for me to play my small part, and Jai and Peter and all of you, we are each one of us called to say yes to this and to be part of this great revolution. So we really hope you can come to one of the evening events, the pre-tour. I hope you can come to the festival, and it would be great to see you at the workshop as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow.
And read more about this on mundekulla.se. All the information is being shared. So.
Yes, mundekulla.se. There you can buy your tickets, you can get information and everything you need. Okay, great. Thank you so much, guys. Nice. I'm looking forward to see you very soon. And thank you for this conversation. I'm all filled up already. So see you soon.
I'll see you guys in about a week.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.